everybody, welcome to Vegans Talking Shit. I'm Joey.
I'm John.
I'm Vanessa.
And today we're going to kind of do something different. We're not going to have a topic per se. We're just going to urge all of you to vote for us. Maybe you've seen it on social media. I know I've told friends and family, but VegNews VegNews Magazine, which is in the plant-based world, that's like the biggest print and online publication in the English-speaking world. They nominated us for Best Podcast. Now, there are well over 100, possibly hundreds of vegan podcasts, but we were among the, dozen or so nominated.
How many were there? You think there were about 12?
I think about 12. Maybe 10. I don't know.
15. I counted.
Oh, did you?
Go, Vanessa, count again. I'm curious.
Are you count again?
Well, I don't know if that matters, but yeah, we were among one of the nominees for Best Vegan Podcast. And so I urge all of you to vote for us. Just head on over to VegNews.com. And a lot of people, not a lot, but I've had a couple of people I've spoken to who've told me that they've had a hard time finding the link directly to the area where you can vote. And if you go at the top of the homepage, they have a set of links, and the top link, I believe, has a link to where you can vote. However, if you go to the episode description, we will have a direct link to the voting section. But I'll tell you right now, it's vegnews.com/veggie-awards-2026. And
they're all going to remember that.
Yeah,
no, the main thing is about we are the there is many categories, and we are the 37. So when people open, they see like milk. The first selection is milk to vote, and people are sending me messages like, "Oh, I'm just seeing like a milk or food." Well, we'll have to keep it going through next until the 37th position to vote for us.
Yeah.
So we will have to vote for every single category. Categories, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So you don't have to go through all or vote for all, but you can just pass through. I did all because for me it's important because I care about all these brands. I use the brand, so I vote for everybody.
So there's many different categories. One of the, like what Vanessa was saying, the first category is like, what's the best plant-based milk? Then they talk about different foods. We're literally the 37th category that asks, what is the best podcast? So VegNews, is that what it's called?
Yeah, VegNews.com.
VegNews.com. It's about as big as People magazine. So, you know.
It's our Oscar. It's our Oscar.
Weekly, or, you know. We're right there at the cash register at Publix.
Yeah, they're a big deal, at least in the plant-based world. This is something we're pretty proud of. I mean, we're a very humble little podcast. You know, it's just the three of us. We barely know what we're doing. I like to think that over the last year, we've gotten better. Maybe, I don't know. But
I don't know. Sometimes I think you're getting worse.
Yeah. But considering, zero experience when we got into this, and maybe not always producing the best content, we're still pretty proud of our content. And the fact that we got nominated to us is like, holy shit, like they know about us, and it's not the sort of thing where it's like you have to enter, you have to fill out some form to be nominated. We didn't even know we were nominated. I think, Vanessa, you told me that you got something on social media like 2 days after the fact or something.
Actually not. So we received a message on our social media, on our Instagram, but went to our spam. It's kind of like a spam. There's like your friends, and and in my mind, so because I have VegNews in my own social media, like I follow them for a long time, and in our Vegan Talking Shit social media, sometimes I don't go follow everybody because I already follow them, and all the time I'm switching accounts for me. I'm already following everybody. anyways, because we were not following on follow them on the vegan stalking shit Instagram, the message went to like the spam one. And I was reading and I had a bunch of messages there that I didn't answer before. And I was like, I really apologize for people that is messaging us, and I was not seeing because it was going to another folder. And when I read it, thought, this is weird. This is like a scam. Like, we are being scammed.
Well, we get scam emails and messages all the time. Like,
yes, we do.
Yeah.
So, and when I read, and I opened and I saw that it's kind of like a showing different because it's like a VegNews Mag, something like that. And before in my mind was only VegNews always. And like, oh, I think they copy copy VegNews. So for took me an hour. Actually, only after Joey went there, check and say, no, you are there. Like, oh my God, it's true. We are not being scammed.
When did they message us?
On the 10th.
On the 10th? Okay.
February 10th.
When does the voting stop?
March 10th.
March 10th.
March 10th. Okay. And then how many podcasts are nominated, Vanessa? Do you know?
15 this town. Yeah.
It's not that many. That's amazing. No. I think why we're nominated truly is because there's probably more than 15 vegan podcasts.
No, they're well over 100.
Yeah.
Are they active? Are those 100 active?
Yeah, they're active.
I mean, define active. I mean, some people have
they do something like at least once a month.
I would say
you saw some recent. I think we're nominated probably because we're if you look at most of the other vegan podcasts, they're not like everyday vegans like us. They're mostly like about health or maybe about ethics, obviously, where we're kind of like everything, and we're just kind of like, we try to normalize
everything and nothing.
We're just living
we try to normalize, like, you know, that to be a vegan, like, we're just normal people, and that's, I mean, it's in our name. It's called Vegans Talking Shit. Like, it's just yeah. And our t-shirts and our coffee cups, and you know, I think that's part of the reason, though. We're not like so ethical or so health-based. At least our podcast isn't, right? We're trying to speak to everyone.
Yeah. Yeah. And I think that also, since we have 3 different viewpoints when it comes to a lot of vegan related topics, that shows that we're not like this monolithic group of people who all share the same opinion. You know, like, we talk about it all the time. We have in our vegan group, we have people with differing political opinions, opinions on the morality of veganism and the health side. We don't all share the same brain. We're all very different in our approach to being vegan, and even how we decided to go vegan. John, you're one of the interesting origin stories in that you started off as a health vegan and then became ethical vegan. So I think it's all very interesting when, I mean, I don't want to downplay or belittle any of the other podcasts because they're all fine. It's just that so many of them focus on health and wellness. And I mean, you guys are healthier than me, but I'm as far from health vegan as one can be. And I think that's kind of, that's a voice that you don't get a lot of in the podcast. And then, you know, how often do we not talk about veganism? I mean, right now, I'm like desperate to talk about a TV show that I watched recently called Kevin Can Fuck Himself that I can't erase from my head. It's such a great show. But if I were to talk about it, I'd be on it for about 20 minutes. But my God, you guys watch that show, Kevin Can Fuck Himself. Oh my God, it's amazing. Wow. If you're a fan of Schitt's Creek, the one who plays Alexis in Schitt's Creek, the actress's name is Annie Murphy.
Oh, okay. I love her.
Is it a Canadian show? Is it a Canadian produced show, or is it American?
No, it was on AMC. It was on for only 2 seasons, but it's like the 2 seasons, it's got a beginning, middle, and end. So it's, as far as I can tell, it's only supposed to be 2 seasons because it concludes the way that, you know, it's a conclusion. and there's really no reason to have a third season. So it's very compact, a total of 16 episodes, 8 episodes per season. It's an incredibly dark show. Like, it has comedic moments because the conceit of the show is that it's a sitcom with a laugh track and everything. And it's kind of got the whole thing where it's like the schlubby, chubby husband and the gorgeous wife. And the schlubby husband kind of treats her like shit, but since it's a sitcom with a laugh track, it's kind of acceptable and funny. But you see her side of it. Like, when she leaves the room, it's no longer a sitcom, it's this drama. And Annie Murphy, the one from Schitt's Creek, her acting is off the charts amazing. Like, if you watch Schitt's Creek, you'll be amazed that this is the same woman because she has a thick Boston accent. And, you know, she looks kind of mousy. And, oh, man, it's such a good show, but very dark. It's a very...
Vanessa loved Schitt's Creek.
Yeah.
That was maybe her favorite show.
Also,
Schitt's Creek's one of the best sitcoms ever.
The mom of Schitt's Creek.
Kathleen O'Hara? Was that her name?
Catherine O'Hara. All right.
Yeah. Because I really like it.
She was a great actress.
She was.
Anyways, going off topic. To go off topic. It's not normal for me, but today, guys, I'm wearing a Brazilian shirt.
Yes.
Like, actually, a friend of mine, a really good friend of mine, Naomi, gave me. It's probably very old, guys. I don't know where she found it because can you see that it has just 3 stars?
Yeah.
So each star is related to each time that the Brazil were champion in the World Cup.
Men's or women's?
5 stars.
Men's.
Yeah. We have 5
when,
stars.
when Brazil won their 3rd World Cup, they didn't even have a Women's World Cup.
Oh,
like the Women's World Cup is generally newish. I bet you it's only been around for the last 30 years or so, maybe even less.
I think the first one was in 91, something like that.
Yeah, so maybe 35 years.
No, that whole thing.
Mia Hamm was probably like the first one, right?
Yeah, she was on the first team that won the medal.
That jersey, Vanessa, is it a
the third?
Is it an actual old one or just an old style?
No, honey, it's an old one.
It's an old one, really.
Told me that she found in a thrift store, and when she saw the Brazilian she got, she had no idea about the stars, you know. But we don't want a World Cup a long time, Brazil. It's a shame. I know that. I hope this changes soon. But for now, we are the country that's still having the most. We have 5, so should have 5 stars here, not 3. And so, but I love the shirt so much. It's very comfortable and it looks new, but she got somewhere in the thrift store that she found it.
In Brazil or the United States? Here
in the United States.
Oh, okay. Well, no, I know she went to Brazil a long time ago and she loved it. So I thought maybe she got it there.
Yeah. She lived it there when she was in high school. So
high school, she was there. Interesting. I thought it was later on.
She did
study abroad.
Studies that they go out, wasn't it?
Yeah, study abroad. They call it. Yeah.
Yeah, in Brazil, and she loved it in Rio de Janeiro. She's still speaking a little bit Portuguese with me. It's pretty cute. Anyways, and she's trying to get back on that, learn more Portuguese again.
By the way, I don't want to forget this. For all you people that are not pet owners, especially cat owners, look at how wonderful our cat is in Vanessa's arms. I urge you to adopt. urge you to adopt a animal, especially a cat. I didn't like cats before I met Vanessa, and she brought herself and 2 wonderful cats into my life, and I love these cats. That cat sleeps with me every night, and look at him right now. That's Bob the cat. So if you're watching right now on YouTube,
for who's watching,
for those listening, you're gonna have to go to YouTube and watch what I'm talking about.
It's worth it. It's worth it to see Bob, the way Vanessa's cradling him. It's very cute.
It's the entire day like that. Look.
Oh, look at that.
So anyways, I have to finish why I'm wearing Brazil jersey today.
Okay.
So we have our first gold Winter Olympic Games medal in history.
Wow. Which event?
So that's why I'm celebrating my first world gold medal.
But which event did Brazil win?
It's like a joke almost, no?
Vanessa,
Brazil.
explain the backstory. Explain the story and like what event.
So Lucas Pinheiro, yeah, or Pinheiros. Ixi. Luca Pinheiro, John, look.
I think that's fine. That's
Okay.
correct. More or less.
He's like a Brazilian Norway guy. He born in Norway, but his mom is Brazilian. He actually grew up like going back and forth to Norway and Brazil. And what is the category, John? We're good in the category.
I think he was ski jumping, right?
No, it's the speed one.
Speed skating?
No,
No, it was skiing. Maybe it was downhill. Skiing.
Yeah. So he's great. He's amazing. He used to compete from Norway, but after he shared that was pretty interesting. He used to compete for Norway, but he has his Brazilian personality. He dances, his samba, after the game. He used to get the Brazilian flag after a win, and Norway didn't like that. So you're Norwegian, you're not Brazilian. So kind of like that. So he retired from that.
Oh.
He say, I don't want to compete like that because it's not me. I cannot say what I want. I cannot be who I am. He's a mix of both. In Brazil, he's a pretty gringo. And he say that in Norway, he's the Brazilian. So in Norway, he's the Brazilian. In Brazil, he's a gringo because he the way that he speaks Portuguese is probably like me speaking.
Yeah.
Maybe even worse. But it's pretty cute. Super cute. Anyways, and he decided to compete for Brazil and be himself. And this year he got our first winter medal.
Congratulations.
Happy from my country, even though we don't have snow. It's kind of like an interesting joke.
Really? I figured like at least in the southernmost part of Brazil.
No, we don't have snow.
Wow. Okay.
One day in a year, maybe achieve 0 Celsius. That's kind of like a little, kind of like a ice on the grass.
Yeah, I don't know Celsius. I'm an ignorant American. Is that like 30 degrees Fahrenheit? Does that sound about right?
How much is the 0, John? John should know.
32. Yeah, 32.
Okay.
So 0.
Yeah. But
that's
I'm happy for that. Brazil compete for the first time.
Hold on. Joey, you're way too smart for this. You know that
Celsius.
No, well, you know that 32 degrees is freezing, right?
Yeah. And so I know that Celsius 0 is freezing and Celsius 100 is boiling water.
Yeah.
But like 32 is 0. 32 is freezing. You know that.
Right.
So that's why Celsius it's 0 at 32.
Okay. Yeah.
So when it's like when we're in Quebec and it was like 5 degrees Fahrenheit, it was like -15 Celsius.
See, the reason why it's difficult for me mathematically is the 0 to 100 degrees Celsius. I don't know what it is Fahrenheit. I don't know what the temperature to boil water is Fahrenheit. I know the freezing, but I don't know the boiling. So, and I know that
I don't know.
The stretch from 0 to 100 in Celsius is like this. No, I'm sorry.
But I never think about that just because what we usually think about is the weather, right? So like I'm a lot more accustomed being married to Vanessa now. I know like 30 degrees Celsius is about 90 Fahrenheit, more or less. Just because I can see the temperatures. Well, no, I mean, I'm also like been used to it for being with Vanessa for almost a decade now.
It is really interesting because, of course, I grew up learning the Celsius, but for my background as an engineer, we calculate everything basically on Celsius, sometimes Kelvin. So for me, I'm more familiar to convert from Kelvin than Fahrenheit.
Oh, wow.
Fahrenheit for me is just the temperature of my air conditioning. Nothing else. I can't because there's no logic on it in my mind.
There is none. I wish I knew the metric system.
One by one, 1 degree, 2 degrees, like a 0. It's just like so logical. And the Fahrenheit is like a who the hell created that?
Yeah.
Well, the only countries are like the U.S. and I
There's
think
one or two more.
I think England,
Malay-
right?
no, England is not. No,
No.
it's literally no. It's some. I think it's in some African country that wanted to be aligned with the U.S. or something. I could be so wrong, but I know there's one or two other countries, and they're smaller countries that do Fahrenheit, and not just Fahrenheit. They do the whole system. What is it? The metric system, right?
Well, the Imperial, the metric system is the one we don't use. What we use
So
is
we're on the
Imperial.
Imperial system,
Yeah.
which is ridiculous because the rest of the world's on the metric system.
Well, the fact that it's called Imperial says a lot, I think. You know. But
Yeah,
I mean,
so the feet, foot, inches is just
it's not logical. It makes no sense.
no. And I try, believe me, when I moved here, I was trying the first year get used to all this, and I just like screw that. I just need
Yeah.
to know how much
The
I have.
metric system, it's logical. It makes a whole lot of sense. But unfortunately, I don't know it. And another thing that I did some research because I remember, Vanessa, we might even have this conversation in the podcast when you were telling me that America is not limited to the United States of America, and that it encompasses, North America, South America. And so I kind of looked it up. I, went to a couple of web pages and I was like, why do we as Americans call it America? And I learned that in this country, that's kind of just what we're taught. Within the United States of America is considered America. But in actuality, it's part of the Americas. Obviously, North America, South America. So I don't know why we as people of the United States are taught something that's incorrect. It might go back to the whole imperial thing. But that's just something we've been taught. But I'm going to try to break that habit because I don't like it. Especially the way things are right now. I don't want to do anything more to contribute to the whole imperial perception that the rest of the world has of us. Because we are part of the Americas. We are not America.
You know what's funny? A few days ago, John was
same thing. We had the same thing. We had the same conversation, me and Vanessa, a few days ago. And I'm looking it up on ChatGPT right now. But go ahead, Vanessa.
It's like every episode. This is the ChatGPT segment.
Yeah, there is nothing that is going to change that, guys, unless they're killing animals there. So unless ChatGPT directly kill animals, John is not going to stop. So
what does it say? Does it?
But it's not just the U.S. Canada views it the same way, by the way. So Canada
will call themselves Americans, or
no.
Canada calls us Americans.
So United States teaches it as 7 continents. America means the United States. North America and South America are separate. Canada, it's the same exact model. In Mexico, they teach it as 6 continents. America is one single continent divided into North, Central, and South America.
Interesting.
Brazil, it's the same thing.
It's America.
Yeah.
No.
France, it's the same thing. I don't know.
Spain,
Spain, it's even different though. Spain teaches 5 continents, and they group Europe and Asia as one continent.
Wow.
And America, all of America is one continent.
So we're all taught different things.
We're all called, So I don't know if it's a. I don't know. I don't know the background of
Well, I'm still getting over the fact that Pluto is no longer a planet.
Let's just say, doesn't matter if it's Central, South, or North. The first name is
America. No, the last part is America. Yeah.
We're American. It doesn't matter. I love being Latin. We have the seasoning. I love
the seasoning.
So we are America, and that's it. This is the name of the continent. Doesn't matter if it's South, North, West, or East. It's just America.
I have a question. Is every country south of the U.S. down to South America, are they all Latin America? Like, is every island and all of Central America and all of South America. Is that all Latin America?
Well, you have to
There's
take
no
away the
way.
Caribbean. You have to take
Jamaica's
out the
not
Caribbean.
Jamaica? They're not Latin America, are they?
No. Jamaica,
So
Bahamas, that's not Latin America. That's the Caribbean. That's a separate thing.
So Dominican Republic is not Latin American?
That's a good question. I don't know.
Puerto Rican?
Or Cuba.
Puerto Rico,
well, Puerto
Cuba?
Ricans are American. No, they are North Americans.
The point is, our whole subject changed, and that's why we might be nominated to be a vegan podcast, weirdo vegan podcast. Okay.
Oh wait, I want to say one more thing. In this country, Google calls it Gulf of America. Outside, if you're using Google Maps outside of the United States, it's called Gulf of Mexico.
Wait a minute. It still says Gulf of America on there? I thought Trump got that changed and it changed back.
No. Yeah, if you look right now, go to Google Maps right now, it'll say Gulf of America.
So crazy. How did Trump get that changed with Google? I don't understand.
Because
money,
slightly political, but right now the tech companies are kind of kneeling at the altar of Trump because he has the power to ruin their business deals.
Right.
And so right now, Jeff Bezos and Elon Musk and all these billionaire companies, including Google, and even though, whereas Amazon and Facebook and Twitter, they all lean left. I'm sorry, they all lean right. Politically, Google leans left. But even with that, Google does do things to placate our egomaniac president because they feel like they have to for business reasons, because they don't want Trump to ruin any potential deals of theirs because he's a small, little pathetic man.
You know what's crazy is Gulf of Mexico appeared on European maps in 1550.
Yeah.
That
was before the United States of America was discovered by Columbus. Wait, you said 1550.
1550.
Okay, so after it was discovered, but not it wasn't considered the United States of America at that point.
Right. It was considered, it's been the Gulf. It's not like Trump could say, I don't want to get too political either, but it's not like Trump. I thought maybe it would come up that, it was always like an argument if it was Gulf of Mexico or Gulf of America, like in the last 100 years. But no, since 1550, it's been Gulf of Mexico. I mean, obviously, we've always known it as Gulf of Mexico. I just thought maybe there was some.
No, I still call it Gulf of Mexico.
Yeah, so do I.
I think he signed an executive order. I think he signed an executive order or something.
Yeah.
Because he doesn't use Congress. He just does his own thing.
Yeah, it's like Congress just said that the tariffs were unconstitutional. So he said, screw you, we're going to put more tariffs on there.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's a lot to be said about that, but I'll buy my time.
Anyways.
So back to the podcast, the voting. It's amazing. I want to thank all our viewers, our listeners, because without you, there's no way we could have been nominated. I'm not sure, unless they said this, Vanessa, on the message. I'm not sure how the mechanics were that we got nominated. I don't know if
didn't say anything.
Yeah, I don't know if some judges
didn't ask then after. The point is, we need your help to vote for us. Also, if you can leave some reviews in the Spotify and what's the other ones, guys?
Apple Podcasts, iHeart, Amazon.
That can help a lot us because we can start grow. We can start a really cover the expenses we have and bring someone that we might need pay something to bring the person over. So because right now we don't have nothing like this, we are just investing our time and also money to pay all the platforms we use. So it would be really good if you can put any kind of reviews for us, make our podcast grow a little bit more. We don't need much more to start trying make this kind of business, So any help we can.
Some comments would be great. I mean, we haven't had a comment on Apple Podcasts for 7 months. I mean, right now we have 12 reviews, 5.0 out of 5.0. And we have 3, 4. We only have 4 comments. So it would be great to give us some more comments, guys. I appreciate it. Because we know you're out there. We know you're listening. We see the analytics, right? We can see that you're listening in many different countries, not just the US, in many different cities. And I get it. Like, I listen to other podcasts and do certain things, and I don't always comment and like it, but it would really help us, you know.
And our social media too. I'm really happy that we are having some videos very well commented. It's pretty good. And so just keep giving like some support. Anything you can do really help us spread the word, because the idea about this podcast was really open the eyes of people and help them to look for the animals in a different way and be having a normal life. We don't need to be a hippie. You don't need to be a monk. We don't need to be anything specific to not treat animals in a bad way. So that's the main thing from our podcast. So please help us, go there, leave reviews, and vote for us. We really want this trophy.
I think you actually hit the nail on the head as far as illustrating why we might have been nominated. As far as like, people who are not vegan tend to have this general idea of what vegans are like. And I think we do a pretty good job of showing that that stereotype, sure, that exists, but for the most part, that's not typical. I mean, I honestly, I don't think I know anyone in our vegan group who fits that stereotype. Maybe 1 or 2 people, but off the top of my head, I can't really think of any who fit that stereotype. It's all very diverse, very colorful, sometimes not colorful. Like, when I'm referring to colorful as far as personalities, like, yeah, you have the outgoing personalities, then you have I know I don't come across as introverted here, but I'm extraordinarily introverted, and I ooze social anxiety. But that goes to show you the types of people that fall into the category of vegan. It's not just this stereotype that is unfortunately what most people think of. By the way, John, there's this movie called The Smashing Machine. It stars The Rock, Dwayne Johnson. Have you seen it?
I have not. I saw that I know about it, but I haven't seen it.
I watched it. It's pretty good. I mean, he's great. He does a great job. Emily Blunt, though, to me, she steals the movie. She's just mind-blowingly good. Emily Blunt is incredible. But yeah, you think of Dwayne Johnson, you think of all these movies he's been in, action star, you know, winking at the camera. He's got that kind of persona, but the Smashing Machine is a total left turn for him. It's really good. I thought it was really good.
I'm really sad to interrupt you guys, but it's time to go.
Okay.
Really sad, to interrupt such a great conversation about movies, but we have to go.
Okay. So for Vegans Talking Shit, I'm Joey.
I'm John.
I'm Vanessa.
And we are out of here. Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Thank you, guys. Thank you for the nomination and vote for
everyone.
us. Bye.
Link will be in the episode description. Vote for us. Bye. And be.